my name is Tom Sawyer. I don't want to be no doctor or no lawyer. Fishing by the river, that's the only place to be. I want to be free sitting under a tree, that's me. Tom Sawyer, mean Unc Finn just playing by the river, chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I wanna be free sitting under a tree. That's me!
I always thought that going to school at any time was bad enough, but in the spring it's purely torture. Now I know that a feller has to get educated and all that, but when the weather gets warm and the river starts to swell with the spring thaw, it gets awful hard to ignore the sound of that old side-wheeler's whistle. Jiminy's, that sure makes a feller hanker for adventure.
By jingo, Tom, I think you got old Warrior. That's it, keep his head up. Yeah, yay! That's him, all right. That's old Warrior for sure.
Here, pull him up closer to the bank. Uh-oh, where is he?
That's it, get him in your hat. Look out, you're gonna lose him. Oh,
Tom Sawyer!
Sleeping again. He's gonna get it.
Well, just what did you think you were doing?
I thought I was fishing, sir.
Step up here, young man, this very instant.
Don't let him buffalo you, Tom.
Never. Well, I reckon you deserve to get a whooping when you fall asleep in school. But it sure is hard to stay awake when the teacher's talking about arithmetic and Summer's winking at you right around the corner. It's even worse when you know Huck Finn is waiting for you to go out and tangle with old Warrior.
Tom, wait for me. Won't you come over to my house today?
Jiminy. I'd like to, Becky, but I promised Aunt Polly I'd come right home after school and do my chores.
Oh, but isn't it terribly hot for working?
Maybe, but I don't mind doing my chores in the bad heat, really. After all, you see, my aunt counts on me.
You're sweet.
I sure hated to lie to Becky like that, but there's one thing I found out in this life. You just can't explain to a girl about fishing. Every time you try, they just pester you to death. They can't seem to help going on about it. Even nice girls like Becky. Huck! Hey, Huck, it's Tom. Come on down. Get a move on. Are we going fishing or not? Well, what's the matter? Never knowed you to want to pass up fishing.
I can't, Tom. I'm really feeling out of sorts today.
I'm coming up. What's wrong, Huck?
Tom,
Yes, Huck?
I'm dying.
You have a fever? My, you're most burning up. Must be catching, so am I.
You feeling poorly, too?
Nope.
Well, how come you've got as much fever as I have, then?
Maybe it's because the weather's so hot, everybody's got a fever.
But I still don't feel good enough to go fishing.
Sure enough?
Maybe I'm not dying, Tom, but I'm sure enough sick. Maybe you better go fishing alone.
I've got an idea. Let's go for a walk, Huck. Maybe the fresh air will make you feel better and you'll want to go fishing after all. Wouldn't that be better than just lying around in bed feeling sorry for yourself?
That's probably true, Tom.
Does that mean you're coming along, then?
I reckon not.
Say, maybe what you need is some elixir.
Beg pardon?
Aunt Polly's painkiller can cure anything.
What?
Cured Sid of the collywobbles overnight.
Maybe we better talk it over.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Aunt Polly's painkiller was just the ticket to bring old Huck around, and I knew just where she kept it. There's no way a body can stay sick after taking a swallow of that. It tastes horrible.
Hi, Tom. What are you doing, huh? Uh-oh. Tom's home from school, Mary.
Thanks, Sid. I've got to tell him not to leave the house today.
I was sure she kept it up here.
What are you looking for, Tom?
I've got to find the painkiller.
The painkiller? Are you sick, Tom?
No, I'm not.
Why do you need the painkiller then?
Oh, just because.
Oh, Tom, if you're feeling sick enough for medicine, maybe we better have the doctor come.
I told you I'm not sick.
Well, then what in the world do you want it for? Well, Tom?
Yep, I think I found it.
Tom, you stay away from Peter with that medicine. You're not going to give it to him again. Tom, you tell me this minute who you intend to give that painkiller to. Tom Sawyer, are you listening to me? Mother said to tell you that you're not to go outside after school today.
But I gotta go outside, Mary.
Well, maybe if you told me where you were going with that painkiller, I could be more understanding.
I'm just taking it over to a sick friend.
Well, why are you being so mysterious about it, Tom? Would that sick friend be Huckleberry Finn by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
You keep out of this, snitch.
Stop it!
Tom?
Sometimes a feller just has to take matters into his own hands, especially when he's got a friend who's ailing. And I reckon this was one of those times. It's me, Huck.
Huh? You're wasting your time, Tom. I ain't gonna take it.
This medicine is just great. It'll have you up and hopping in no time at all.
Yeah? Well, I don't want it.
Now, I wouldn't give you nothing that was bad for you, Huck. Just open your mouth and swallow.
What's it taste like?
It's tolerable if you swallow it real fast.
I'm not a fast swallower.
How would you like me to just show you then? I'll take a swallow myself. Now there's a right and a wrong way to do this. Here's the best way. Down the hatch. Oh.
That's the best?
It's delicious. Well, now, that wasn't really so bad. Reckon it's your turn now.
You know, I think I'm feeling better already.
Here, try it. It's great.
Watching you take it made me all well again.
I'm only thinking about what's best for you.
By Jiminy, I never felt better in my whole life, Tom. Let's go fishing.
I don't think so. I'm suddenly feeling a little poorly for some strange reason.
Huh? What's the matter?
About the time all this was going on, Aunt Polly was coming home from the church hall with a hired man, Jim. She'd been helping to decorate the hall for the social Saturday night, and what with the heat and all, I reckon she felt a little poorly herself.
You came home early, Mother. Are you feeling all right?
Of course I'm all right, dear. I just feel a little tired from this heat. Oh.
Mother, what is it?
Oh, it's nothing, dear. Just let me sit down.
You never should have gone out in this heat.
Hey there, Aunt Polly. You know what Tom did?
Where's Tom?
He's outside playing.
That's not quite right. He's gone to look after a friend who's been feeling poorly.
Oh? Who is this sick friend?
I don't seem to remember. Tom has so many friends, you know.
I remember, Mary. Ask me.
Well, who is it?
Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't have to cover up for him, Mary. I know that Tom keeps company with Huckleberry Finn the minute my back is turned.
I'm sorry. It's just that poor Tom was so concerned about his friend, Mother.
I wonder if it's true.
I'm sure it must be true, Mother, 'cause he took the painkiller along with him.
Oh, my. Mary?
Yes?
Would you mind fetching Dr. Mitchell for me? I'm not feeling very well at all today.
Yes, Mother. Say, you know what? Why don't I go get Dr. Robinson instead?
Dr. Robinson?
I've heard that his methods are very modern and up-to-date.
Dr. Mitchell's always been up-to-date enough for the Sawyer family.
Maybe we could just talk about it a little bit more, Mother.
There's nothing more to talk about, Mary. Dr. Mitchell's been our family doctor ever since you were born. I can't imagine why you'd want me to change to that young Dr. Robinson. Why, land of Goshen, he's not much older than you are.
Everybody knows that Dr. Mitchell's been drinking too much lately.
That's enough. I'm surprised that a daughter of mine would repeat such a story about anybody.
My poor stomach. Dr. Mitchell can help me. Hey, Dr. Mitchell, wait.
Well, Thomas, how good of you to want to carry my bag.
Sure.
Fine boy.
Dr. Mitchell, do you mind if I ask you something?
Of course not, my boy.
If somebody took painkiller when they weren't really sick, do you think it would be dangerous to their health?
Oh, I don't think it'd be very dangerous unless this fellow were to drink a whole bottle of the stuff.
It was just an ounce.
That's nothing to worry about, Tom.
It sure makes me feel awful sick whenever I take it.
That's perfectly natural. Anybody who takes something that tastes as bad as painkiller is bound to feel a little sick from it. Always remember, my boy, that the worse a medicine tastes, the better it is for you.
Seems to me if you take medicine when you're well and it makes you sick, the same medicine would make you sicker if you were already sick when you took it.
Only a doctor can understand such things.
Yeah? Gee.
Well, thanks. See you later, my boy.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
How can you mistrust a doctor on his way to visit a suffering patient?
What suffering patient do you mean?
What? Do you mean to tell me that you haven't heard about it yet?
Haven't heard about what?
Your Aunt Polly is very ill, and her hired man Jim came to fetch me.
Huh? Aunt Polly? Come in, Dr. Mitchell.
Thank you, Tom.
Where's Aunt Polly, Sid?
She's in bed.
Now just relax, Mother.
I heard you were sick, Aunt Polly.
No, I'm only suffering from the heat, Tom.
Well, you're gonna be just fine now that Dr. Mitchell is here.
I came just as soon as I got your message, Mrs. Polly. Now, what seems to be the trouble?
Just heat prostration, Doctor.
We'll see. Will you two please wait outside for a few minutes?
Of course. Come on, Tom.
Can you sit up for a moment, Miss Polly?
Yes, Doctor.
When did you first start feeling poorly?
I felt a bit unsettled ever since morning, but I promised to help decorate the church hall for the social coming up next Saturday. I guess it happened then.
This is the first time I've ever seen Aunt Polly sick, Mary. I sure hope she gets well soon.
I know. We'll just have to wait to hear what Dr. Mitchell has to say.
Gee, Mary, who's gonna cook our supper for us?
That's right. Aunt Polly won't be able to.
I will. I intended to anyway because Mother was supposed to be working at the church all day.
I like the way you cook.
Are you gonna make our breakfast as well?
I suppose so if Mother isn't
Good.
any better.
Will you make pancakes for breakfast, Mary?
Of course, if that's what you want.
I like sour milk pancakes with lots of butter and blackstrap molasses.
All right, Tom.
Maybe you can even make us some strawberry shortcake for dessert tomorrow night.
That'd be nice.
We could even have chicken and dumplings with gravy. Wow.
Don't you think we should check with Mother about that first?
Well, sure. When she gets well, that is. But gee, as long as she's still sick, we can have whatever we want.
Tom,
Oh, boy! What's wrong?
doesn't it mean anything to you that Mother loves you and Sid as much as she would if you were her own sons?
Yeah, sure, Mary.
Then how can you be so happy when she's so sick? Don't you even care, Tom?
Well, yeah. I care an awful lot about Aunt Polly.
Well, I don't believe you, Tom, because it's your fault that Aunt Polly's sick to begin with.
Why my fault?
You know it's true. You're the one she's always worrying about just because you get into trouble all the time. You don't see me or Mary sneaking off to go fishing with Huck Finn or falling asleep in school or chucking cornbread at Miss Watkins' goat.
Well,
I'm afraid I have to agree with Sid this time, Tom. Oh, Dr. Mitchell.
Mary, Your mother's illness is worse than I'd expected.
Oh, is my mother well enough to talk to me, Doctor?
Yes, Mary, but she wants to talk to Thomas first.
You sure she said Tom?
That's what she said, Tom. Now, Miss Polly was especially anxious to spend a few minutes with you before speaking with Mary or Sid.
Yes, sir.
Now run along, boy, quickly.
Aunt Polly? Are you awake, Aunt Polly? Aunt Polly, this is Tom. Can you hear me?
Yes, Tom, I hear you.
Now then. Mary and Sid, I'm terribly sorry to have frightened you.
Yeah?
But you see, it was Miss Polly's idea. Shh. Your mother wanted Tom to think that she's sicker than she really is. And maybe that would frighten him into behaving himself from now on.
Then she's all right?
Hey, now don't you go worrying about her, Mary.
Oh?
Your mother just spent too much time and energy making decorations for the church, and she needs a few days in bed to get her strength back, that's all.
Sit down and talk to me for a minute, Tom.
Yes'm.
It's time to talk about your future, Tom. You have to give some thought to what kind of man you want to be. I won't always be around to guide you. My days are numbered on this old world. I can sense in my bones the end is near.
You'll be just fine. Dr. Mitchell is here.
Dr. Mitchell can't do much, Tom. Nobody can do very much when a person's time on Earth is just about all used up. I can't help worry that I didn't do my duty with you. What's to become of you after I'm gone?
You mustn't talk about such things, Aunt Polly. You mustn't. Oh, you're not going anywhere.
I wouldn't be worried about it if I could be sure that my life meant something to somebody whose welfare was my responsibility and who'd behave himself like a civilized person when I'm no longer around. Maybe my example will inspire people to be kind to each other from now on.
I've already started to follow your example, Aunt Polly. My friend Huck was sick, so I took him some painkiller.
Are you saying that Huckleberry Finn took it?
No, ma'am.
I didn't think so. It's very hard to make a child take something that's good for him.
It's pretty bad, all right.
Oh, my time is coming close. Oh. The time is drawing near when you won't have to worry about me anymore.
Gee.
Oh, Tom, give me your word that you'll stay out of mischief from now on.
You look much better now than you did when you came home, Aunt Polly.
Don't try to cheer me up now, Tom. Just stay here beside me.
I really mean it.
No.
Let me feel your forehead.
It's really bad, isn't it?
Feels pretty cool to me now.
Nonsense, I'm gravely ill.
Hey, I think your fever has gone away, Aunt Polly.
Oh, how can you make light of my suffering? Oh.
I wouldn't do that. But you know what? Maybe Dr. Mitchell made a big mistake. He was pretty tipsy coming here today.
Oh, Tom, just let me pass away peacefully, please.
Pass away?
Oh, yes. I just can't abide the pain and uncertainty of being disappointed by the people I love any longer.
Can I do anything to stop your suffering any?
How is that again, Tom? Oh, Tom, I'd give anything to believe you'd put yourself out to relieve my suffering, but no.
I promise I would.
Oh?
I don't want you to suffer anymore. I just want you to get well. Come on, Aunt Polly, please.
Oh.
Tell me what you want me to do, Aunt Polly, and I promise I'll do it if it will just make you get better.
I'll go in peace if you'll promise to behave.
Go in peace? You mean die?
Yes, Tom.
No, I'll never behave if it means you would go away from us.
Oh.
You're the only mother I can ever remember having, Aunt Polly.
Tom, oh, Tom. Darling, there.
Mother, are you gonna be all better now, I hope?
Aunt Polly, all of us want you to be well again.
Well, I'm all right.
Oh, Mother, are you sure?
Really, I am.
Well, whatever happened?
Well, I just realized how much I loved all my children, and I recovered.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mother.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Oh.
Now, all's well.
Well, I want to tell you, it plumb wore the stuffings out of me dragging Aunt Polly back from the edge of the grave, so to speak. I was kind of surprised, though, that Mary and Sid didn't seem to be as worried about it as I was. I guess it's just that when a feller starts to get older, he gets more responsible about things than girls and young brothers do. Yep, that must be it.
Meow. Meow. I wonder what I said. I like you too, Peter, but I came for Tom.
Meow.
Hi.
You must be feeling better.
Sure am, and I owe it all to this.
The painkiller? Do you mean you really took some?
Actually, all I had to do was smell it and I got better.
Meow. Hey, Peter wants some.
I still got the spoon right here.
Great, let's give him some while he's in the mood.
Tom, you don't reckon that stuff will poison him, do you?
No, it'll be good for him.
Easy. You don't seem entirely cheerful about it.
Ah, this'll perk him up and make him feel like a kitten again. See? Huh? I know it don't taste too good, Peter, but Dr. Mitchell says that's what makes it good for you. I ain't never seen him carry on so frisky before, have you, Huck?
I think he really likes it, Tom.
You know, I think he does too.
Peter's feeling no pain.
Well, sir, after all the fussing and carrying on was done, old Peter was more chipper than I ever seen him before. So I reckon Aunt Polly's painkiller really does work after all.
These are the stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Unc Finn just playing by the river, chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be.